Yo, what's up guys, Megapel here, and I'm here today bringing you something different, something new, a VGC replay battle for you guys today. That's right, I have been learning VGC 2015 as it's a new meta to me and I want to learn it. I'm very intrigued, so I'm going to be bringing you some VGC battles all week, and this is the first of two battles I'm going to be bringing you in today's video. But before I get into this, I want to give a huge shout out to Aaron Cybertron Zeng, as he's helped me out a lot personally from his videos. I am actually using one of his teams today, so I've been watching a lot of his videos. He uploads fantastic VGC content, so his link is going to be a permanent link in the description of my VGC battles. So if you guys also want to learn VGC and want to get into it, I'd definitely go recommend his channel. He uploads fantastic VGC content. So today I've got the first of two battles coming up, so this is a pretty fun battle. So I'm actually going to start to lead off with my Salamence and my Terrakion, expecting to potentially lead out with double fake out users, potentially Kangaskhan and Ambipom, but it actually leads off with Latios and Terrakion. Latios is a huge threat to my team, so what I'm going to be forced to do is actually switching out my Terrakion, go into my Bishop just to dodge a potential side shock. So and I'm also actually going to go for that Mega Evolution Protect, just so I can get my speed increase, my boost in the defense. And at Scout Out, what I really want to do is actually decide to drop a Draco on my Salamence, which is bad for me. So what I plan on doing now is actually going out to my Gengar, just using this, because I do know I can live any hit because of the sash. Just take the Draco Meteor, force a potential speed tie, and actually go for the Iron Head on the Terrakion, which is a huge threat to my team, as of course I do have a Mega Mence and a Terrakion in the back. So he does go for that Draco Meteor, brings me down to my sash. What I'm actually going to do now though is risk going for the speed tie and actually go for the Ice Wind. This works out perfect, as he actually switches into his Landorus T, which one's going to get smacked by this Ice Wind, does a solid 83%, and also gives me a Defiant boost on my Bishop, which is absolutely fantastic, as my Bishop is the only thing that's really keeping his Latios in check, as I'm able to pick off his Terrakion now with a second Iron Head. Out comes his Kangaskhan. Here what I'm going to do is, he has one of two options to go for. It can potentially go for the fake out, the scrappy fake out on my Gengar and pick it off, or he can actually go for the fake out on my Bishop and just try and take out my Gengar with a Rock Slide. So I'm actually just going to protect with my Bishop and see what he wants to go for, as I believe I actually go for the Will-O-Wisp on the Kangaskhan. And unfortunately I missed, and this miss is huge. I definitely needed to get that burn on the Kangaskhan, as it's going to come into play a lot. So that miss was huge. So he does actually go for the Rock Slide with his Landorus, and he does manage to pick off my Gengar, which is really unfortunate for me. But I'm just going to decide to go out into my Terrakion now, because it is the best thing I have to take on this Kangaskhan. Just going to go for that Sucker Punch to pick off the Landorus T here, as I don't want to go down to an Earthquake, of course, and they could potentially be running Protect on his Kangaskhan and go for that Earthquake. So I'll go for that Close Combat, and unfortunately I don't quite KO. It lives with 4%, and this is where the burn miss was huge, as had I got the burn on, that Kangaskhan would have been down, and I will still have had my Bishop, which is the only thing keeping his Latios in check, like I did mention. So that's really unfortunate for me, and we're down to our last two Kangaskhan Latios. My last two are Salamence and Terrakion. So here I actually just go for Protect, and just to see what he actually goes for, just to scout and see if he's actually going to decide to drop a Draco, or he actually decides to go for the Sucker Punch and the Ice Beam combination on my Terrakion, which is a whole lot more than I was actually expecting here, as I thankfully land the Rock Slide and take out his Kangaskhan. But here, as you can see, he does in fact forfeit, and this was a little strange to me, as I'm not too sure how much a Rock Slide would have done to his Latios on a single target. I really have no idea if it would have killed, and so I still think he was in a position to win this game. He could have dropped a Draco on my Salamence, and then if he had lived the Rock Slide, or I could have potentially missed, he could have taken me out with a side shot. So I'm not too sure again how much that does. I don't actually outspeed his Latios with my Salamence, so yeah, I'm really surprised he actually faulted there. But that burn was huge, as like I said, the Bishop was the only thing keeping his Latios in check. Had I landed that burn, his Kangaskhan would have gone down, and I would have still had my Bishop just to pick this Latios off with a Sucker Punch, and then I would have won. But yeah, I did decide to forfeit, so nonetheless, it was still a pretty fun game. So let's just hop right on into the next one. Okay, so I'm here with game 2, and my opponent's using a pretty unorthodox looking team. He's only using 5 Pokemon, 3 Fairy types, 2 Fighting types. So I definitely know my Moongus is a must in this battle, along with my Bishop and of course my Gengar. And I believe I'm just going to have Mega Salamence in the back. So let's just get straight on into this, as I'm actually going to decide to lead off with my Gengar and my Bishop. Like I said, just to force a lot of offensive pressure on my opponent right off the bat, as he leads off with Whimsicott and Conkeldurr. which is a little scary for me, as I could potentially get taken out by a Mob Punch here. So I'm going to go out into my Moongush just to try and dodge that and take that, as I do have the Rocket Helmet. Is he's actually just going to go straight for that double protect, sorry, right off the bat, because I'm going to hit up this Whimsicott with the Sludge Bomb, because I do need to take this out as soon as possible. But here we do see the Toxic Orb activate on the Conkeldurr, which is pretty scary. So I actually go for the Rage Powder here just to try and dodge a potential knockoff on my Gengar. Is he actually goes for the Tailwind, which is really unfortunate for me, as he's going to be able to control the speed right now. And so what I'm actually going to do here is I'm actually just going to protect the following turn now with my Moongush, just to stall out a turn of a Tailwind, stall a bit more toxic damage racking up on my opponent on his Conkeldurr, and actually go for an Icy Wind, just trying to pick off his Whimsicott and get a little bit more chip damage off on his Conkeldurr. Bring this speed down, which I do believe now after this, the drop in speed, my Gengar will be able to outspeed it. So that's nice. So here is actually going to pull a switch, preserve his Whimsicott for later, which is actually going to turn out to be pretty nice for him, because I just go for the Icy Wind again. And after the Icy Wind damage, he's actually going to go for the Ice Punch. And after the Rocket Helmet, it's going to put his Conkeldurr into the range where it will go down to Poison, which is nice. So finally this big threat goes down, as I'm just going to decide to go out into my Salamence now, just to get the Intimidate off on the Terrakion, as my opponent's actually going to go back out into Whimsicott. And here he's going to surprise me, so he's going to go for a nice piece of innovation after I'm just going to go for that Mega Evolution Protect. As you can see, he's actually going to go for the Beetle on his own Terrakion. Nice piece of innovation, getting him that attack boost, which is pretty neat, pretty decent. I've never actually seen that ever. So I just go for a Protect, not wanting to take a Rock Slide at this point, and just go for an Icy Wind just to pick off the Whimsicott and get more damage off on the Terrakion, to the point where I'm pretty sure a Return will definitely take it out, as he just goes for the Rock Slide, brings me all the way down to my Sash. So here he's down to his last two now, his Terrakion, and he's going to send out his Gardevoir now. Looking at definitely going to be his Mega Evolution, and I'm in a fantastic position as to where I can just go for a Sludge Bomb on the Gardevoir. Unfortunately doesn't quite take it out, but does near 80%, and I'm able to take out his Terrakion now with the Return. So the Ice Wind is definitely playing part, allowing me to outspeed and take out his Mon. So speed control was crucial in this game. Is he just going to go for the Ice Wind, which is nice, but at the same time I do still have my Bisharp in the back, which can easily take this thing out with a Sucker Punch or a Knockoff or a Nine-Head, anything I choose. So he's just going to decide to run. So that was a pretty fun game, pretty nice game. Definitely the speed control helped me out in this game. I do really enjoy seeing my opponent's innovation. That beat up on his Terrakion was pretty nice. Again, something cool I've never seen. So nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed this. And like I said, I'm new to VGC, I'm trying to learn, so any and all help would be appreciated. So I will be bringing you more throughout the week. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys next time.